everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of the Bare Bones to Beautiful series. Today we will try doing some kitty configuration, make the terminal transparent, assign some default fonts, make it translucent, little stuff like that. We'll also be adding a font. Last video got a little long, so I'm trying to keep the tasks to a minimum today. So from right now, we're going to install a font and configure Kitty. That's it. Here we go. Let's start up our virtual machine. If you remember last time, we got the resolution all sorted out, added a LX session, as well as added a hotkey to just change the wallpaper. I like that one. Let's use that one. Okay. First off, I know that we're going to need to install a font. I like to use the Nerd fonts, specifically the Fira Code ones. Fira Code is actually the font of choice that I choose to code with for my actual job. I'm a software developer by day and a I don't know, rogue Linux dude by night. Let's just go to the Nerd Fonts website. And I don't know why this is looking so strange. Let's try popping it open again. There we go. Nerd font. Go to download. Just search for Fira Code. There it is. We will save that zip file. And it wasn't long before I discovered another thing we're going to need. We're going to need the unzip program, but that's not too bad. Let's first install that sudo apt install unzip. Okay. Now, did that go to a downloads folder? It did. Okay, so unzip Fira Code, and I believe dash. Oh, now I'm gonna have to look. It's either -E or -D that you can choose a output directory. I want to say it's D. Yep, -D. Extract files into a external directory. Right. Okay, so unzip Fira Code -D. We're going to want to put this in user share fonts. Yes. And we're probably going to need to sudo this. So we're just installing the fonts at a system level. I suppose I probably should make a folder inside of fonts specifically. I'll do that, I suppose. Okay, so sudo make directory user share fonts Fira Code. Okay, now let's try the unzip. Unzip that file to the directory of user share fonts. And I know it's not actually user for the name of that, but it's just slightly fewer syllables than saying USR all the time. Okay, so sudo unzip, that should be fine. Cool. Now we have that font installed. Let's go look at the Kitty documentation. Kitty configuration. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is change the font. So, let's see, does Kitty actually have a... There is a folder. Is there a file? There's not a file, so we'll have to make the file. Unless it exists somewhere else. But I wouldn't think so. No, okay, so let's just make a kitty.conf. Okay. Font family. And I believe there is one. It's kind of picky on the way that it allows, or that it looks for the name of the font. So there should be a command. Yeah, there it is. Let's open this up below. Kitty list fonts. Okay, so we want Fira Code Nerd Font for the family. I believe that's how this works, is that the green text is the actual family name. So Fira Code Nerd Font. Bold font. Actually, I'll just copy this stuff. Seriously? Okay, do I have to actually copy this to my clipboard? Still not working with Alt. There, okay. Italic, font auto, bold italic font auto. Cool. Let's see. Font size. Oh, I should probably make this a little bigger so that you can see it. This should hopefully be the last time that I have to actually do that. Font size. Let's try 22. See how that works. And then there is a key combination to reconfigure everything. You can open the config file, you can reload the config file from within Kitty by pressing Control-Shift-F5. Okay. Control-Shift-F5. Did that work? I don't know. Let's try making this something much larger than 22. Let's try 50. Control-Shift-F5. That doesn't appear to have worked. I guess it's possible that it's just not interesting. Well, what does neofetch say? Terminal Kitty. Oh, it doesn't tell me the terminal. Is that incorrect then? Kitty list fonts. I don't think I need to add complete, do I? Well, let's try it. Fira Code Nerd Font. Complete. Let's try that. Control-Shift-F5. Okay, did I spell the config file correctly? So it looks for a kitty.conf file. So we're in config. There's Kitty. Did I not save that? Oh, I named it .kitty.conf. Okay. Okay, maybe it just really wants to be, oh, there it is. So it just really wanted to be reset. Okay, whatever. Vim.config kitty 50 is huge. Let's try 22 again. Control-Shift-F5. That's okay. Maybe 20. What is going on? Change word. 20. Okay. Control Shift F5. Now the question is this the correct font? It's kind of... I think it is. Let's try taking off complete and seeing if that makes a difference. Control Shift F5. That did make a difference. Question is which... You know what? I'm fine with that. So we don't want to force reading left to right. Eventually we will be adding like a power line to this, but that's not what we're doing right now. That's a whole nother thing. No, we do want ligatures. So let's actually make sure that ligatures are always a thing. Disable ligatures. Never. Okay. Control Shift F5, which should mean, yep. And then this, or is it enter sign? Yeah. Okay. There are the ligatures. If you didn't know what the ligatures were, they essentially just make like a triple equals into a 3-line. You can make arrows with them. They're used a lot in like programming notation. Okay. I don't want to get into that right now. Cursor customization. Ooh, is there a copy on select or something like that? Scroll back. No. Mouse. Hide weight. Nope. URL. Does this open URLs at the moment? Okay, it hovers. Is it a control click? No. Open URL with... It seems like that should be doing something. Is it a right click? Is it a middle click? Is it just... Enter? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. It seems to recognize that it is a URL. I can hover over it. My mouse changes to a different thing. Maybe we have to do the open URL with. And Firefox. Maybe there isn't a default set. Yeah, that's what it is. So I just didn't have a default set. So set it to Firefox, and that worked. Neat. I've never actually used that before. Okay. Copy on select. That's, I think, what I've been trying to do this whole time. Copy on select. Yes. I definitely want that, if it's what I'm thinking it is. So that should mean that if I were to highlight this, that should copy it. And if I paste it, there it is. Okay. So that works as I would have thought. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, just a bunch of stripping things. Mouse actions. I have not seen anything for setting the opacity on the window yet. Maybe I missed it. I'd imagine that'd be right at the top. It's kind of a pretty common thing that people want to do. There it is. Okay, background opacity. Okay, background opacity equals, no, not equals. So 1 is fully opaque, so 0.85 should be relatively opaque. Okay, second thing that we're going to have to do that we didn't already. We're going to have to install a Compositor, which makes kind of opacity a thing. So in this instance, we're going to install picom. I know it's a fork of an old project, Compton. I don't believe Compton is actually worked on anymore. As far as I know, the standard is picom. It has its own config. We're not going to be configuring it now. We might later if we're running into issues with shadows or something like that. But for now, let's do sudo apt install picom. Yes. And then we're going to add that into the bspwm config file. So first, let's look for a application or a process called picom. If we find it, throw it to dev null. Otherwise, run picom, and I know that there is a something experimental something that I like to use. Let's look for what it is. Oh man, there's a lot of options. Okay, let's try the manual for picom, and then just search for exper. Okay. Where am I at? Picom. What? Picom. Experimental backends. We got it now. Throw that into the background. Okay. Now we need to relaunch bspwm. It shouldn't close everything. Super Shift R. Did it? I don't know why it would have reloaded that. Anyway. So now do we have a... Okay, we do have picom running. Background opacity. Did I spell that right? Close that. Background. Pretty sure I did, but who knows? Background opacity. It looks the same to me, but we'll use theirs just because. Okay, so 0.8. Okay, Control Shift F5. Okay, maybe I'll just close out the kitty. Okay, there it is. I don't know why it wasn't reloading, or maybe it was reloading, it just wasn't working correctly, but now you can see the alpha channel on the picom, or on the kitty is a little better now. Okay, so we did what we set out to accomplish. We added a font, or added a set of fonts actually, all the Nerd Font Fira Code fonts. We configured Kitty the way that I like to do it. We haven't changed our shell or added a power line display or anything like that yet, but there'll definitely be time for that. We made it transparent, increased the font size. Oh, actually, let's just install a theme quick. I really like the Dracula theme in Dracula, not Dracular. In basically everything that I do, I like the Dracula theme. And apparently a lot of other people do too, because there's an entire website that does just It has basically just configurations for this. Okay. Save that file. CD downloads. Okay. CP. Oh, I have to unzip it? Okay, that's whatever. Unzip. Kitty Master. ls. Okay, so we want the Dracula.conf and the diff.conf thrown into the location. So cp diff.conf, Dracula.conf, config, kitty. Okay, and then we're going to echo the following. So we're just appending the words include Dracula.conf to the kitty config file, if you weren't sure what this is doing. Control Shift F5, and there it is. There is the change to that. Let's see if it changes anything else. Okay, well, changed folders, colors, executables are the same color, I believe. Anyways, well, that was easy enough to do. That's what I like to run on. Basically everything that I have is just the Dracula theme. I like the purples. Looks nice to me. Pleasant on my eyes. Anyways, I guess that is it for today. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.